What up, boo-boo patootie? Happy Sunday night. I love Sunday nights, you guys know that. They're just like chill and low-key, and I like to like reflect on what I have been thinking about all week and think ahead for the week to come and just get my thoughts in order. It's just a nice day to rest and take a Sabbath. I like taking all the Sabbaths. I like to start Shabbat nice and early Friday afternoon. And ideally, Shabbat just extends for me into like late Sunday evening. I mean, it's not exactly true. I work on the weekends, but my heart is in Shabbat, starting like early Friday afternoon, and then I'm just like chill zone until Monday. I don't know. I think I'm pretty chill most of the time. And I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Yeah, we had some hints that possibly over this weekend we might connect with some kindred spirits. And I had a little bit of bonding moments here and there, if you will. So the seeds may have been planted, or there may have been pieces moving behind the scenes that you are unaware of. So if you had some spark of fun with a beloved soul or a new friend or something over the weekend, like, great, good on ya. If not, you could be meeting someone soon. But we're here tonight to do our weekly Oracle forecast. I like to use my Oracle of Oddities, editions 1, 2, and 3. It's by Claire Goodchild. Her account is called Black in the Moon. You can find her on Instagram, and she just does like limited prints of these decks every so often. So you would probably want to sign up for if she has like an email list, or just pay attention to her, because I remember she just announced that she was doing a printing of these like a few years ago, and I ordered them whenever she did them, like all 3 editions. I love this deck. It's my favorite. I use it for myself every week. I use it for all my reading clients, and I use it for us on Sundays to see what we have in store for the week ahead. Oh, happy Father's Day. I worked tonight. We had kind of a busy night, but it was also nice and chill. It was like just the right kind of busy, so that was fun. No horrible, humiliating events tonight that I can think of, or any catastrophes. Last night I felt like I was just ferocious after work. I was really wound up, but I love doing our sermon, and that really chilled me out, and I watered all my plants, and that got me grounded, pun intended. And yeah, it was all good. So yeah, so let's find out what we can expect for the week. What kind of energies are we navigating? Where can we open ourselves up to stepping into our potential more fully? How can we be more sharing and loving people? How can we practice more certainty and faith in the light of the Creator, knowing that, you know, God, the source, light, all that is, it's really, you know, that's the bank account, that's the job, that's the love, the lover, the partner, the best friend, the mother, the father. Everything really is coming from the Creator. It's all the Creator when we boil it all down. So, you know, never think that, oh, it's my job that's paying me my paycheck. Never think that it's your partner that's giving you validation or love. Never think that you need your parents to give you that validation or love, or your friends, or your brothers or sisters, or your cousin or your grandmother. Like, let all of these people off the hook, because looking for others to fill that for you is setting yourself up with a false sense of security. So everything that we are provided comes from the Creator. And so what we are doing is just preparing ourselves as the vessel to have faith and certainty, so much so that there's a plan, you know, in order, and that we are in favor. And no matter how things are playing out right now, they can be turned in our favor like that, because the light of the Creator is in control. And so the moment that we don't need that test to sort of like test our reactivity, it's like the situation just like untangles itself. So when you pause, instead of reacting in a triggering moment, and you ask, okay, why is this in my movie? What is this here to teach me? What is this here to mirror in me? What is this here to grow and stretch in me, or, prune away from me? And you pause, and then you use your free will, this choice, to turn inward, and connect with that inner light, inner discernment, inner wisdom, inner love. And then you get to choose how you move forward in any given moment. So that is our intention. We want to live intentionally. So what's the best way we can do that? And what are the pitfalls that we can also avoid? Or what are the pitfalls in ourselves that we want to see so that they're not hiding in our blind spot? And that way we can start to recognize those moments and those tendencies in ourselves and choose differently, choose to overcome, choose to be open to the possibility of being able to choose differently. Okay, our first card is Reflect. I love this. I love the Reflect card. I pretty much am like in reflection every day. But this is like knockout roses growing from the heart. And I love this. I love reflecting in the heart and thinking about all of the bittersweet things that have that we've lived through in our lives, that have strengthened our hearts, that have grown and blossomed from all of those experiences, all of the insight, all of the love, all of the compassion, all of the forgiveness, the courage, the strength, the sharing. It all comes from every experience, the positive experiences, the love that we share, but also the dark times too, and the difficulties. So it's great to look back on all of those things and really celebrate how far you've come, and what you've lived through, what you've experienced, and what you've offered to others, and the way that you've made other people feel throughout life, and the impressions that you've left with people, and what you gave, and all of that, and celebrate it. And then, think back, okay, well, what could I'm great just the way I am, but I'm always looking to evolve and expand my consciousness, because I want to be in affinity with the light. I want to be more like God, and God is always expanding, and even the universe is always expanding. And I think that the universe is just one of the 3D physical manifestations of God. So great to reflect this week on our life and how we are evolving and changing, and how we're continuing to evolve and change. And watch for those little sneaky stories that come in, that you've just always said this to yourself. Like, oh, well, I've always dreamed of doing this. And it's like, sometimes it's good to check in and be like, do I still always dream of that? Or, oh, I always felt this way about that thing or that person. And it's like, do you still check in? What stories do you just kind of like tell yourself and you take for granted and you don't even notice them? Oh, I've always been this kind of person. Oh, this has always been a problem for me. It's like, is it? Are you? Does it have to be? We can be new people like that, Be well, be born again. That's what Jesus would always tell people. He's just like, all right, well, rise up, Rise up. Okay, let's see what's next. I can reflect us into the morning hours. I think we're already in the morning hours. I think it's around midnight. All right, what else do we need to know coming up for the week? What will help us? What will help us be the best we can be? Ooh, breathe. I love this. Take a breath. Take time out to breathe. Literally be more mindful about your breathing. Breathe slowly and deeply. And when you breathe, pull in your oxygen up, down through the back of your throat, and keep pulling until it fills your stomach. You want to bring that down deep. And so when we are stressed or frantic or in a hypervigilant state, it sounds oversimplified, and sometimes it's infuriating when someone's like, just breathe deep, just take deep breaths, but it really does help. It starts to help soothe your nervous system. But I think also there is messages in this to, it looks like it looks like stitches, but that's just the system of tendons and muscles or whatever. But I was just going to say, breathe through the pain, breathe through any of the feelings, let the situation breathe, give space, let the, air out the grievances or whatever. But yeah, so something needs to breathe. So just chill and relax and take things at, a comfortable pace, and you don't have to just grind it out and push yourself and push yourself and push yourself. In fact, I had another card for my own personal reading this week that was take a break. Life is a process, right? Not a destination. And so it's okay to not be driving yourself with nothing but like blind ambition, like 24/7, like the hustle and grind, like ain't nobody got time for that. We don't have the energy. Like, so just chill, allow yourself to breathe, allow a situation to breathe, give it space. And yeah, just enjoy some time of relaxation and literally incorporate breathing exercises this week. That would be good. Get some fresh air in your lungs, go outside into nature. All right, we have cooperation. This is awesome. So I do feel like there was another thing with breath. I think it has something to do with communicating, because words come from the breath. Life comes from the breath. And when we inhale, it's like we're inhaling source and love and life force. Without air, we wouldn't be alive. And so when we exhale, it's like this intimate act of breathing in and letting in and giving, and the cyclical zoom zoom with the Creator. Cooperation. Bring the Creator into all that you do. Pray out loud. Ask for help. The mouth is very powerful. It's a portal of energy. And so when we speak out loud, that makes our prayers even more powerful than just feeling them or thinking them in a vague way. So we want to really name what we want, and we want to work with, think of it like that, as working with God in your life. It's for you. It's for your benefit. It will help you. It's not a punishment. It's not a drag. It's actually really, really amazing. And work with ascended, I like to work with Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and I like to work with the archangels and my guardian angels. So this might have to do with cooperating with your spirit support, and it's always good to incorporate your spiritual support into your life. But I think this might also go back to that whole kindred spirit thing over the weekend, that we're finding new ways to encourage cooperative relationship interrelational dynamics. Like, we're cooperating well with others, we're learning how to work well with others, but there might be a person in particular that you feel a certain camaraderie with, or like you work well together. So that might be a highlight this week. But also just lean towards cooperation and harmony and working together rather than creating dissonance. All right, and finally, the fourth card. What finally do we need to know? What's our final card for the week? Pull that. Ooh, love. Love. Just know that love is not something that we reach for outside of ourselves. I mean, yes, we do that as a human race, as a species, but we don't need to. And that's the thing that we realize very, very slowly, hopefully. At some point, we realize that the love is just permeating everything. Love itself is the tendency of being, of creation, of life. So it fills your heart, and it really pumps your blood, and it's the life force that keeps us going. When we lose touch with all sense of love, I think that we start to feel despair, and our heart can break, and it can, people can die of a broken heart. I think that when you feel like you don't have anything to live for, like you kind of slowly, like your system kind of gives out, because the rest of you isn't in unison. It isn't feeling a purpose, and the purpose is to shed all the layers of our negativity, of our ego, of our misconceptions, of our shame that's been, given to us by others, all the layers of guilt, all the layers of deception, of self-deception, of the ways that others have decepted us. And we do that with spiritual alchemy, with transformation, with allowing, our shortcomings to come up, and really doing the work of reflecting and looking at that and wondering where it came from, and showing yourself compassion and mercy, and choosing to make changes in your life, and it's a practice, and it's every moment, every new situation, every new unfolding minute brings you a new challenge and a new moment to choose love over fear, over darkness. So meet others with love. Know that you are radiating love from the inside out at all times. And the more that you're aware and connected with that, the stronger and the brighter and the more magnetic and warm it is. But I think that too, we should just focus on all the love in our life and the things that we love and the things that fill us up, and not look to others to provide that for us or provide that validation or that source. We need to be able to be able to experience that, even when you're alone and by yourself and there's no one else there, not even a dog, not even a plant. You know what I mean? You have to be able to know that just being out in the world and connecting with nature, connecting with people passing by, like it's all love. Love is everywhere. And so when we enjoy that and when we participate in that party, it's like we are there at the feast. Life is a movable feast. And then, it's like when we begin to melt those layers around our heart and we can let our guard down and open up, we get to take part in that feast. That's part of what the prodigal son was about. It was like the father was like, you've always been here. We could have always had a party. You were always invited to the party. You mentally weren't there. You didn't join us. You didn't celebrate with us. So fill your hearts with love. Fill your weeks with love. I hope everyone has a wonderful day tomorrow. Manic Mondays all around. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for our extended reading. Ciao. Be good, but not too good, Yoans. Ta-ta. Hi, I wanted to pop back on really quick because I saw something extra in the message that was, it was a little bit more specific and, in a mundane life kind of way. So the cooperation thing, I just see that these two are equals and they're like almost joined at the hip, but they're still two people. So I feel like when I think back about the kindred spirits message over the weekend, this could be like saying, I don't know how you're going to see this, but this is start to finish over that way. So take time and think about what you want and what you don't want. Get really clear on what it is that you're calling in a partnership. And that way you have confidence and you're clear and you know what you really want. So that breaks up some of the confusion when it's actually going to show up. It may not be here yet, so don't rush into anything. Don't do anything crazy. Just breathe and take a time out and chill and relax. Because a partner could be around the corner or a loving partnership is, in the cards for you. It's just you need to not do anything hasty. Don't rush. Take your time getting to know people and find someone. Oh, I just pulled at my earring. It hurt. Find someone who is a match for you, that is going to be a real partner, a real teammate in life, someone who's going to be involved and an equal give and take partnership, right? and someone who you just love being around and join the hip with. All right, you guys, that really is all this time, I promise. Okay, good night. Bye.